Come on, there we go. All right, are we live? Are we live? I think we're live. Okay, let's get this little guy brought in here. How I plan trips abroad by what's his name? Mr. Small Brain Pod. I forget his other name. What's his other name? Yeah, Small Brain American, right? Yeah, duh. How did I forget that? Because I guess I'm one of them. Small Brain American. What it do? Fizzy. All right. Anyways, this is how he plans trips abroad. Let's get right into it.
Greetings, friends, and welcome back to the Small Podcast, where today I'm going to be actually giving you something of value. I'm going to be.
Oh, and before we begin, I do want to say thank you to anybody who has donated to my GoFundMe. I need to get an APAP machine stat so that I do not die. That's number one priority right now. All money, all proceeds are going to go directly to that. Once I hit that $1,800 goal, I can go back to KL, see the doctor, get my machine, and then we can deal with getting the septoplasty surgery later where we fix my deviated septum. But I need that machine to stay alive, guys. I scored a 97 on the test. That means I'm not even making it 1 minute without choking and holding my breath, gasping for air, sometimes throwing up, choking on my throat up while I sleep. I'm going to die one of these days if I'm not careful. I need to get this machine stat, and I do not have the ability to do so myself. I got in trouble. You know, that's just how it goes. I need help. So I'm just going to keep on producing videos until you guys love me so much that I have enough money to stay alive. Thank you. My family can't help or won't help. That's kind of crazy, right? But if you know my family, you know my family, right? Anyways, let's get right into this video.
Be telling you how I plan my trips, and I'm going to be walking you through one of the trips that I'm actually planning right now. I don't want to give too much away because I don't like talking about the future too much. I don't want to say something and then it doesn't happen. But hopefully by the time you see this, I will already be in said destination. So as long as that entire trip wasn't a wash, we're just going to go ahead. We're just going to fucking send it. I'm going to tell you guys how I'm planning my trip to East Africa. And hopefully it'll inform you guys how to plan your trip, whether it be to Japan or China or Namibia or even to Mexico or Spain or something like that. I have kind of a tried and true. Well, I'm not going to say tried.
Watch out for the Namibia girls, guys. They're full of scammers. At least if you're in Kuala Lumpur, if they're from Namibia, stay away from them.
True. I have kind of a method.
And I know they're so gorgeous.
Right now as to how I plan my trips. I've been doing it for years. And by all means, do not take this as gospel. Please don't imagine like I'm some expert on planning my trips. I think that's actually the weak spot, as far as what I'm capable of doing when I'm traveling. I feel like I really thrive when I'm there. And planning to me is quite difficult. But in a place like Africa,
planning for me is quite difficult too, because if you know me, I'm just a shitbag when it comes to spending my money the right way. I'm a fat ass. I like to spend money on food, and I like to over plan. Like, oh, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go there. Really, I think what I need to learn how to do is buy a ticket, show up, film. Then when it feels burnt, move on to the next place. That's personally my opinion. That I think I need to learn how to do, while also saving the money while I'm doing it.
I'm forced to plan, because even if you do plan, it's good to have a plan. But then once you get there, I think in Africa is one of those destinations where everything changes very fast. But it's still good to have kind of a baseline understanding of like seasonality and like bribes and what kind of money to bring and stuff like that. So this is going to be more of like a nuts and bolts how-to episode on how to plan your trip. So if you guys enjoy it,
bribes,
make it all
crazy. You just got to consider bribes and like when you're going to have bribes available. My God, why would you go to fucking Africa? Sorry.
the way to the end of the video. Let's make a deal. You're going to hit subscribe and you're going to share it with a friend. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll buy some merch.
Yes.
All right. Now let's get into it.
Guys, he's awesome.
Now, I have a guidebook. It is called Lonely Planet: The World. It is basically, Lonely Planet, they do little guides on Japan or whatever. They do like country by country, or they might even do like guidebooks on like I don't know, like the Sahara and stuff like that. I think they might do like specific guidebooks to like mountain ranges and regions of the world, South America. But I got the world. I wanted to have kind of an entire, just like baseline understanding of the world. And every chapter is between like, 3 to 10, maybe the US is like 15 or 20 pages. But it's baseline information, like what kind of money they use, what language do they speak, when is the high season, when is the rainy season. And a lot of times in these places you can get better deals on like, if you go during the rainy season. Like I'm going to East Africa in like the short rainy season, so it's like the shoulder season between like the dry season and the really rainy season, I think, at least. And you're able to get like better deals. Guys, I'm going to try my best to make this as interesting as I can and try to make it as funny as I can, but a lot of it's just going to be like literally like my method on how I'm planning a trip. I find myself kind of in the throes of planning right now. I wake up and I'm obsessed with it. I go to bed, I'm obsessed with it. And this is kind of part of a bigger thing that I'm trying, where I'm trying to like push boundaries. I'm trying to like try new things, because I feel like I've been in my comfort zone so long with Japan and East Asia that I really want to push on some new buttons and like find some new threads in the world and see where it takes me, and see if I, uncover a new favorite country. I highly doubt I will. I've heard, based on all accounts, that Africa is a complete hole. I think East Africa might be the exception to that. But I'm honestly treating this like a trip to India. I am fully prepared to be ripped off constantly, for the roads to be terrible, for there to be scams left and right, to not ever get an honest price for anything. I have basically like bottom of the barrel standards and expectations for Africa. And I know it's a huge continent. There's many, many countries, but let's be honest, guys. I mean, do you really think Africa is going to be nice? Do you think it's just going to be like nicely paved roads and like honest vendor? I mean, do you really think it's going to be like that? I don't know. I'm trying my best to go in with an open mind, but a lot of things I see online is
fun to watch.
Yeah, you can imagine. You can imagine. I don't even have to tell you. Just imagine an African village right now. Imagine that.
Peaceful.
Picture that in your head. Do you want to be there for a month?
Oh shit.
Didn't think so. At least that's how
I feel where I'm at right now. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm in the middle of the fucking rice paddies where people live in shacks and sheds. And I got to get out of here, guys.
A small brain American, dissection of it right now. And I'm happy to go and have my mind changed. I really am. I would prefer it to be nice. Like based on, contrary to popular belief, I actually don't want places to be a shithole. I want them to be nice.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we got to go in with like realistic expectations. And this is my expectation. And so anyways, I guess I'll get right into like the first way that I learn about a place. And besides the book, which is a really good, tool, it, tells you very general stuff. And from there, you can kind of research, like for one of the countries I'm going to. And again, I don't want to be too specific because I'm doing like an overland trip and things might go wrong. And I don't want to be too ambitious by talking about it. I just want to do it first and then we can talk about it later type thing.
Right.
But I'll just keep it kind of general. I'm going to East Africa, overland trip. And it's just good to know those general things like seasonality. How bad are the roads going to be? Are the roads paved? What kind of food do they eat? You kind of get like that baseline kind of 10,000 feet understanding of a place. And this is why I feel like I would never write a like super detailed guidebook on Japan, even though I have like what I think is a wealth of information about the country. I just don't ever want to tell you, go to this bar, go to that bar, go to this restaurant, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. I kind of want to just give you like lay of the land, general stuff, general tools to get you there and to allow you to have like a safe and fun and rewarding trip while still like venturing out on your own and trying new things. I don't want to like,
hold your hand.
I don't want to like hold your hand the entire way through it, So again, I really enjoy it's the Lonely Planet World book. And from there, it'll give you like 5 maybe like super nice hotspots, right? Like, climb this mountain, climb, Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, or like it'll give you maybe 5 huge touristy things to do. And from there, I just start Googling. I go to Google Images. And in this example, I would just type in, Kilimanjaro. I'd find Kilimanjaro on a map. Are there towns near it? I'd Google like how to get from, the airport I'm flying into to Kilimanjaro. I'd see, how long that takes. And then based on what I know about Africa, and the same is true in a lot of parts of South America, Latin America, China is the exception. I think East Asia is the exception. Southeast Asia for sure is, you have to basically double what Google Maps tells you. Same as the true in Dominica and the Caribbean. You just can't rely solely on what you see on the internet. That's another good piece of advice is you can't
full of shit,
plan an entire trip on ChatGPT. You have to use multiple sources, right? Like I can't just ask ChatGPT to make me an itinerary for East Africa overlanding, and I can't believe it when it tells me whatever it tells me. I have to double check that. I have to cite the source. It'll usually give you like a little link, and you can go check that out. Read the article, or at least control F on the article and look for the word that you're looking for. Another really good example or really good resource is fucking YouTube videos. Yeah. YouTube videos.
Duh.
Not YouTube channels like me. I don't make educational content. I'm watching people like Ken Abroad. He'll go, he tells you how to get cash. He tells you how to get a cab. He tells you where to stay. He tells you the main touristy stuff. And it's like a very good general how to like survive your first 48, 72 hours in a country. I really have been enjoying his channel a lot. He's also like a really sweet, honest and like enthusiastic traveler. He's not jaded like I can be sometimes. He's very honest with his appraisal of everywhere that he goes. He went to the US and like there was some shooting that happened when he was in New York City. Like he fucking was about to be in Times Square and there was literally a shooting like minutes before he got there. So, and he talks about how he feels about that and like gun laws in America. And I really, he is German, but he's not like doing it in a cunty way where you're like, this guy sucks. Fucking Germans. No, he's like a really sweet, genuine guy. And I've been watching a lot of his videos to kind of learn about places that, maybe I'd like to go to someday.
How it is.
Just good like educational YouTube channels. I just type in like whatever country travel vlog.
Right.
Africa travel vlog, fucking whatever travel vlog, Italy travel vlog, right? Mexico travel vlog. And you're not going to get those small brain American channels. You're not going to get like the Seal on Tour. You're not going to get the sabbatical. You're not going to get like the kind of character driven stuff. You're going to get like information, and for me, like I don't really watch travel stuff at all. Like I try not to fill my brain with like what other people are doing because then it's going to influence what I do. And it's just so easy to copy people, especially on YouTube where copying is just like running rampant and there's no controls over it and stuff like that. So I try to find like information driven content, not like, hey, look at me, I'm a funny guy in another country. It's just like, here's how you get around here, basically, like 10,000 feet stuff. So there's a guy, Waleed Mawed. He's got like 150,000 subscribers. Yeah, he makes good stuff. Really charismatic guy. He's always smiling, no matter if he gets scammed or whatever. I've only seen a few of his videos, so I can't speak to everything, like his whole catalog, but I really enjoyed like what I saw of his. And he just goes to a few touristy spots. He tells you how to get a cab. And I don't know, that's just invaluable information to me. That's way more valuable than ChatGPT. That's way more valuable than a guidebook. It's like a guy who's there and who's filming his experience.
Right.
And not only that, but like, in a lot of these like Lonely Planet, whatever the fuck, like guidebooks, they'll say, oh, the locals in such and such country are so friendly. Oh, they're so friendly here. Oh yeah, they're so friendly in India.
No, they're fucking not. They're fucking full of shit. They're friendly because they want your fucking money, guys. Get it through your head. At the end of the day, we're all human. Like the second you're not so friendly back to them, you can see a little change in their eye. You'll notice. You'll notice the little demon inside of them is recognized. You know what I mean? When you just like start to like, no. And they're like, huh? Okay. They see it. It's like real recognize real, They'll see it. They'll change. real quick.
And they're not really giving you concrete tips, or like they're not actually showing you how it is in the country. They're just giving kind of a blind endorsement of like, oh yeah, the people are great here. Well, guess what? The people aren't great everywhere. The world's a big place. There's 8 billion people. I can't just say, oh, the people in America are great. Absolutely not. You can't just endorse blindly an entire society. And I know you could easily fucking clip this with me saying that about Japan, but I feel like Japan is one of those exceptions where like the overwhelming majority of people are good and honest and pure.
Yeah, but they're also like kind of faking it. They could be upset and they're just still going to be nice to you. But like get to know that real side of people. It is hard in a lot of these places, but it's doable. It's doable, but I don't know. Don't expect them to open up to you. Just expect them to put a smile on their face until their scam doesn't work.
But so what I was trying to say is like you have to see someone there actually doing it, and that's going to give you way more information, even just outside of like your questions. Like if I click on a YouTube video and I have a question about like, are the locals friendly in like, Morocco or something? Are they friendly? I'm going to watch that video and I'm going to get the answer to that question, but then I'm going to get the questions answered to 10 more questions. You know what I mean? I'm going to I'm going to learn way more than I actually set out to learn by watching a YouTube video and kind of immersing myself with the YouTuber who's filming it than I could ever learn by just Googling something or just like trusting a Lonely Planet book. And this is what I mean. Like you need to gather information from multiple sources. Don't just read ChatGPT and be like, oh, it's fine. The locals are friendly. The roads are nice. No, look in fucking Lonely Planet. Watch like a video, like use multiple sources of information to kind of help you build like a more realistic understanding of the place.
Yeah.
And another thing, guys, is like, don't take my advice like it's the Bible by any means. Like I've come to these conclusions by like mumbling around and figuring it out. Like I'm the guy that went to India with an open mind thinking I was going to have a great time. Like I go into places woefully ignorant so many times, but
same here.
Again, with Africa, I just feel like it's not a place you want to just fuck around and find out. It seems like a real challenge to travel there based on all my accounts that I've seen. So hold on, I have a timer going off. I should be flipping pork butt, but I will continue podcasting with you because that's how much I care. Okay, that's why you should hit the subscribe button. Yeah, leave us a review on Spotify, please, guys. Please. We have had one brand deal in like 4 years of doing this, and I would like to turn that into 2 very soon. So
there you go.
Please share with your friends so I can get some money. I really need some money, guys. Ooh. I need your sweet cash.
I need some
BetterHelp or whoever the fuck will pay.
Money, people. Money.
It's either this or OnlyFans, guys. Take your pick. No, don't actually take your pick. I know what a lot of you would say, and it's not happening.
That's good.
But yeah, guys, I wouldn't watch my channel for like information by any means, other than like how to order a beer in Japan or like, how to piss off the entire nation of India. Like, I don't really think I'm the kind of guy you want to be watching to like get some unbiased, just straight up information, So again, I watch a lot of people you might not expect to learn about a place. Like I'll watch videos with 150 views. I don't care. Like it just needs to have the correct information, and it needs to have somebody just walking around with a camera showing what daily life is like. I actually watch some of those like walkthrough videos sometimes. Like a guy will just hold an iPhone on like a gimbal to like stabilize a shot. They'll just walk through like a town in Japan, or they'll walk through wherever, any place in the world. You can type in like, Fukuoka night walking tour. And I swear, I promise you, I've never even searched that myself, but I can guarantee you there's a video that exists. There's probably several, Fukuoka night walking tours.
Yeah.
There's so much information out there, and so many people want to be travel creators that you'll find videos with like, 100, 200 views. Like my videos for forever got less than 1,000 views on a regular bit. Like if it got 1,000 views, I was like jizzing in my pants,
I'm at that point, the 400.
So there's a lot of information out there that
I had a couple
is potentially untapped, 300. And especially with the internet, like you can't just read a fucking guidebook. And I'm not saying any of you guys would do that. That would be insane if you just read a guidebook and then Actually, a lot of times those guidebooks are really cute. They're like, oh, go to www.paypal.com and you can actually send money to people all around the world. Did you know that? If you need to pay your taxi driver. And I'm like, when was this written, dude? Or have you guys ever seen those guidebooks like in the hostel? They're like crusty about a place maybe you'd never go. Like somebody maybe is coming from there and they're just leaving the guidebook and they're like, pass it on, whatever. It's like a crusty like Mauritania guidebook, and you just start flipping around. It's like, go to this restaurant, blah 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 blah. Like, it's so funny because that was like the Yelp of 20, 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah,
it's crazy, and that wasn't even that long ago, man. Like the way we're traveling is like completely changing so fast.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine what it's going to look like in just 10 years with Ray-Ban glasses, Apple Vision Pro. Like, it's going to look so incredibly different. You're probably going to be able to look at a restaurant with your eyes through your, AR glasses, and it's going to give you like all the best and worst reviews. It's going to show you a video and it's going to pop up. I mean, get ready, guys. Shit's about to change a lot.
no, it is.
Another thing that I think is invaluable as far as a resource is your friends. Like I am well connected with a lot of well-traveled people, and I think that is probably the best resource to learn about a place is people who have actually been there. And you can post in your forums and you can post in your Reddit, whatever. But people are going to judge you. They're going to be like, well, why are you going there? Why are you going to Iraq? Me and my buddy Nolan, Seal on Tour on YouTube, went to Iraq 2-3 years ago, and I posted in a forum. I was like, our wanderlust or whatever. And you kind of assume these people are going to be really open-minded and they're going to be fun-loving and they're going to give you useful information. But I posted in there asking what the situation was in Baghdad. Is it safe for Americans? Are there hospitals? Are there roads? And the overwhelming opinion was that I was a white colonizer. I was going to treat them like animals. I was going to exploit their culture for views. And it was just a really disappointing show of humanity. It was kind of just a bunch of woke assholes like judging me for wanting to explore a place for myself, So be careful with those online forums. Yeah. But some of them are really good. Some of them,
I've noticed a lot of the online forums are just full of haters. People that are never going to travel, never have traveled. They're going to pretend like they traveled. They haven't traveled. Like the second you get to a new place, you can tell, oh, that was full of shit. Oh, that guy was full of shit. Don't take that shit seriously. Like, and again, like asking your friends thing, I don't know, man. I think part of the fun is not doing the things that your friends have seen. And if you are doing something your friends have already done, they want to see your genuine reaction, like without you coming in with some kind of preconceived notion of how to do things or where to go. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Are really good. Let me touch on the YouTubers again. Don't just blindly believe any YouTuber's endorsement of a place. Like I've made videos in the past where I'm like, oh, come to Medellin, it's safe. And then I was robbed at gunpoint a couple of years later. So don't just believe because somebody had a decent time there and it was.
Yeah, like all the boys in Malaysia. How are you not bored, guys? You do the same damn thing every fucking day. I'm sorry. But that is so boring. Like, how did I not realize that before I went there? I thought like Malaysia was going to be so much fun. I thought KL was going to be incredible with all sorts of things to do. But as soon as I get there, it's like there's no like pool halls where you can go and play pool with people. There's no sports bars everywhere. It's just not fun for a big city. It's got a small town vibe for a big city. Like if you drink in that city, everyone else who drinks.
Safe and whatever, that their experience is gospel and that it's 100% factual. A lot of times people like to embellish things.
It's embellished.
Or they like to have a hot take. Like it's very, in vogue right now to be like, oh yeah, Colombia is safe or Iran is safe or whatever. And you just can't like believe that blindly. Again, you need to select like multiple sources of like, all right, my buddy said Iran was okay. I checked the State Department, which doesn't really account for much because they're just gonna, it's just fucking propaganda. They're just gonna tell you everywhere is dangerous. And then I checked a couple YouTube videos, and then I asked ChatGPT about this route from this city to this city and what's the best way. You just need to like hone in on the questions you're asking and to the sources that you're asking them, if that makes sense. So ask your buddy, hey, how do you overland from this country to this country? Is there public transit? Well, there's not trains, are there? Okay, well, there's not trains. Okay, well, hitchhiking is okay, but they will usually ask for a little bit of money, so carry a little bit of USD, but the USD needs to be crispy because in that country the currency is unstable, and maybe they just want like the freshest bills. These are the questions you need to be asking, and these are the answers you will find if you search multiple sources, right?
Yeah,
you can't just Google it a couple times and ask fucking Gemini and ChatGPT and then like call it a day. No, you need to just do your fucking homework. 4 places that require it. Like, I'm not going to say do all this for Japan, although
like when I first went to London years ago, I didn't know what the hell I was getting into. I didn't know the hostels were still going to cost me like $30 fucking dollars. Hostel over here is like $4 for a bed. And you go to London, it's probably even more nowadays just to go stay down there in Camden Town. God, you got to know these things ahead of time. Just be forewarned that you're still going to be surprised.
So it wouldn't hurt to know about the seasonality and the currency and how often English is spoken and those like general things. But, for
people lie about the English speaking countries. Malaysia, if you were to get a grade on how well you speak English, you get a D in my book. Everyone seems to be handing out A's to you. I'm giving you a D in my class. Sorry.
These more gnarly places, India, Bangladesh, I don't know what else is gnarly. Some African countries, I'm assuming, northern South America, which is notoriously dangerous. These are the kind of places that I think you should go in with like a little baseline of information. And again, I'm not telling you to like beat it to a pulp and find out everything. I'm not telling you to learn the entire language. I'm not saying that at all. And I actually think that will take away from your experience significantly. If you know everything about a place, you know all about the history, the entire language, every nook and cranny of the country, you're going to take a lot of fun out of it, because especially your first time in a country, guys, that's magical. Those are magical moments. Like first stepping off the plane, getting to the taxi, going to the hotel, going to a night market. Like those moments are the most, it's like being a child again. Like don't rob yourself of those moments, being like forced out of your ignorance. You go to fucking whatever it may be, Turkey, you step off the plane, you have no idea anything about the country. When I went, I had absolutely no fucking clue. I was just using it as like a stopover before Asia on Ireland to Japan. I had no clue. And so every day I was like uncovering new stuff. And depending on how adventurous you are, maybe you like that, or maybe you're the kind of person that has 8 days in a place and you're taking it pretty seriously and everything's booked ahead of time. And that's fine too. And that's not usually how I do it. But, if like, don't let me convince you otherwise. It's your fucking vacation, But yeah, don't rob yourself of those kind of like juvenile moments of like, oh, wow, I had no idea it was like this. That's amazing. Okay, let's try this. Oh, wow, I just met this guy and he told me to eat this and I'm eating this now. And oh, let's go to his house. And oh, we're drinking something. I think it's tea. Oh, that tastes weird. Oh, I got food poisoning. Oh, now he's molesting me. These are all like the fun kind of adventures you can have when, you don't plan. But if you do want to plan, take a few, and maybe don't even take all of the advice I'm giving you. Just like pick and choose what feels right to you, because I feel like travel is like a really kind of personal,
very intimate
hobby. Like it's all kind of what you want to do, especially solo travel, which is what I've kind of built my channel around. It's all about like what you want to do, how you want to explore these places on your own. So don't let me be like a travel guru to you. I'm not going to be one of those Bali guys or those Dubai guys. that are like selling you a course or like offering for you to pay to be in my Discord. Like that's just I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna be like your prophet. I'm just gonna give you kind of general information. And again, that's how you should plan for your trip. Ask your friends who have been there. I do think they are the best.
Let's see. I think the gist of it. He just gets into talking about weather, vaccines, languages. Yeah. No.
Resource
It's all cool.
outside of the Facebook groups and the Reddit
Let's
groups.
go show him some love. It's the brain dead American, whatever he is. Yeah, he's great. Show some support. Give him a like. Give him a sub. Yeah, and please consider giving me a little bit of money for my APAP machine. I really need that, guys. Like really, 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 really bad. I don't know if you can see the circles under my eyes, but they're getting worse. I've lost a little bit of weight. I've been trying to eat a lot less. I've been a little bit sick here in Cambodia, so I guess that kind of helps. But yeah, I really appreciate the help. Love you guys. Peace.